What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button because that's the most important thing you can do for me on this channel. What it does is that it helps to make sure that those who are subscribed to the channel will indeed get their notifications, and it also helps to push this video through the YouTube algorithm as well. Secondly, if you're new to the channel, or maybe you've been ghost watching this channel for quite some time now, please do me a favor and yourself a favor by hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. And lastly, please make sure you share this video out on your social media platforms to your family and friends to inform them on this news and information. And yes, that does help to give me a slight boost in the YouTube algorithm as well. And with the introduction out of the way, let's get into today's news. And today we are headed to the People's Republic of Chicago. We're headed back to the People's Republic of Chicago because, as you all know already, day one of the Democratic National Convention is in the books, and boy, was it a disaster. Why was it a disaster? You may be asking, is it because of the protests that were outside and all of the chaos that was happening outside of the United Center? No, that's not why. Why it was a disaster is because of the lack of people inside the United Center. The majority of the people were on the outside, but when you came inside the United Center to listen and take part in the ceremony of the DNC convention, the Emperor of the Emperor of Chicago, Brandon Johnson, kicked off the ceremony to empty seats. It was completely empty in the Democrat National Convention. It was empty. Mind you, once again, the mayor of Chicago, for right now, I'm going to call him by his proper title. That's technically the legal title as the mayor of Chicago, right? But he's actually the emperor of the People's Republic of Chicago. But in all seriousness, the mayor of Chicago opened up the Democratic National Convention ceremony, speaking to empty seats. Let that sit on your mind for a minute. This man is the mayor and was sitting here talking to no one. Let's play some of this very quickly.
Kamala's got it. What will it take to defend our fundamental rights and our freedoms? It will take someone with leadership who would fight for us. And let me tell you, America, leadership, Kamala, she's got it. And what will it take to defeat MAGA Republicans?
This is so embarrassing. That is so embarrassing to be the mayor of Chicago, have the Democratic National Convention in your city, and you step up to speak to open up the festivities of the convention, and you're speaking to empty seats. Now, about 2 hours into the event, things got a little bit better, but not by much. And just look at here. It got a little bit better, but not by much. You can still see a lot of empty seats. And this was 2 hours later. As Karen Bass came on stage, or I should say, as she came off stage after speaking, we were able to receive the opposite camera angle from what we're looking at right now. And here were how the seats looked on the other side of the United Center. This is crazy. Mind you, up until this point, multiple people had spoken already. Maxine Waters had spoken. The president of the NAACP, Derek Johnson, had spoken. You have Karen Bass, who has spoken. The mayor of Chicago has spoken. Now, mind you, it's not Biden. It's not Obama. It's not even AOC. But these names that I mentioned off are reputable names on that side of the political spectrum. They're reputable names over there. And you would have thought people would have showed up early and on time to listen and see these people speak. But they didn't. They didn't. Nobody showed up to this. And look at this. Look at on my bottom left-hand corner, maybe your bottom right. Look at all of the empty seats. You can see them straight ahead. Look up top where the top row, I believe what's at the nosebleed section, is completely blacked out. There's nobody up there. This was a disaster, to say the very least. And it speaks volumes to the enthusiasm behind Democrats voting for Kamala Harris. So we'll see how things play out moving forward. I honestly cannot wrap my mind around how Kamala wins the election. Just I don't know, man. People aren't even showing up to the Democratic National Convention. They can't even be bothered to show up to the convention. If they can't be bothered to show up to the convention on time to see a who's who list of people speak, I don't see how they're going to show up to the polls. But we'll see. With all that being said, that does it for today's news, man. So please hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Share this video out on your social media platforms to your family and friends. And also, don't forget to follow me on Telegram and Rumble. Both my Telegram and Rumble link are in the description box below, and it will also be pinned in the comment section as well. Thank you all for your time. And until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.